Welcome everybody, Pennsylvania Trainman here again tonight, working out of the truck again. Originally I had planned on doing another video on the mud rat tonight, but after letting the putty dry and stuff, I've got to do some sanding in these areas across here. So I don't have any sandpaper with me in the truck, and where I'm parked at tonight there is a Walmart right across the street, so I'm going to get up early in the morning and run over to Walmart and get some putty and maybe a couple of little small things, or not some putty, I'm sorry, but sandpaper, and so I can get this finished up a little bit. But anyway, nonetheless, as promised before, tonight I'm going to do the Foose 1956 Ford F-100 M2 kit. Got some options here in it, so got my razor knife here to get this thing opened up, and let's get started on this. Alright, so we've got a set of instructions, it looks like here. And according to the instructions, we are 6 easy steps from putting this truck together, away from putting this truck together. We've got a set of axles here. The truck itself is mounted on this really nice little lift here. A couple of little screws that hold this to the lift. Piece of tape on each side. Plastic here, we'll free that up. Got our motor here. Set that aside. The kit comes with a screwdriver to do your assembly and disassembly with. A little cheap plastic screwdriver, but at least it's included in the kit. We're going to throw that aside. I got my handy dandy cobalt screwdriver. I got a Phillips. And I've got a flathead here, so these are what I'm going to use. Now we've got some choices here of wheels, it looks like. These are a chrome spoked wheel here. These look like to be a wider wheel. We also have a black spoke wheel. Got some nice rubber tires here. Got some tread on them. Same kind of tire, same kind of tread, so with each set of wheels. Moving along to the front wheels here. Got the matching fronts. A little bit skinnier wheel for the front. And the chrome ones there. And the black ones here. Here again, a little bit skinnier for the front. We're going to set this aside, and we're going to move on to removing the truck from the base. Move the axle aside. Now I see that the lift is also fastened on with 4 screws. What I want to do is I'm going to take these 4 screws out that hold the lift on before I remove the truck from this base. Simple reason is I don't want to drop the truck and scratch it on the little lift. So more screw here, and the lift will come off this plastic base. So here's our 4-post lift. I was really hoping that I could actually raise the lift up and down. A couple little ramps that flip out here on the lift. But as with everything I have, the lift is going to get modified. These spots right here where the lift was mounted to the base, I believe when I get home, or maybe I'll do it tomorrow night, I'm going to grind these pieces off. Also, on top of this lift, there's 2 posts that would be, I'm guessing, to mount this truck to if you want to put it up on a lift. I have other plans for the lift, so let's get on with the build. 2 more screws. Little screws, big hands. Interesting combination. If I look at the directions, there is not a lot to this truck. I've seen some of these other kits that are a lot more involved than what this one appears to be. And there we have the truck free of the base. Set that aside, set these little screws aside. And now we are down to our very nicely detailed Foose truck here. According to the directions, we've got to take the base apart. So two more screws. There's one. A third one in here, it looks like. There's our bed off the truck. This is an all-metal base, by the way. Very nicely detailed base. This truck seems to be awfully put together compared to what the instructions are showing. In typical of Foose fashion, it's got a nice piece, nicely painted interior. It's telling us to open the hood to put the motor in. Well, install the engine of your choice. We got one engine for a choice. I can't get the hood off without taking out the dash. So I got the hood off the truck. The motor just pushes down in there. I am noticing a little bit of flashing and stuff on the bottom of the bumper. I don't know if you can really see this on video or not, but I'll come back in at home and use the chrome pen to touch that up a little bit. I'm not a real big fan of how the motor looks in this truck, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Still, let's put the dash back in. Not a very detailed dash at all in this truck. Let's see if I can show you here. But I will probably pull this dash back apart at some point and add some little touches to it, some little paint touches to it. This is a Foose truck, and if you are a fan of anything that Chip Foose did, everything Chip did was over the top. The engine's come loose on me. I didn't glue the engine in. And because of that, she is flopping around in the engine bay on me. And it's settled back in. I don't like the engine being loose in here, so bear with me and I'll be right back while I grab super glue and glue that engine in place. Oh, it's right here, sorry. I just don't like the idea of that engine being loose in there like that, folks. I can take the hood off at a later time and paint the engine, and that's fine. And I'm not putting a lot of super glue. I'm only actually gluing half the motor. The one pin in, there's 2 pins on the motor. I'm just doing the one. This is a step you wouldn't have to do. It doesn't tell you to do it on the instructions. So There's the motor. And we'll slip the interior back in the truck. Now, step 1 was installing the motor on the truck. Step 2 was installing the hood. Step 3 was the dash. Step 4 is installing the interior. And step 5 is the wheels and tires. So, I am going to take my axles. They're childproof. I can't get into them. Trying to get the wheels out of the plastic, and my big hands just aren't seeming to cooperate tonight. All the axles are the same size. They are a press-in axle. Got a pair of needle nose pliers right here I'm going to use to press, because I don't want to press against the table in the truck. Oh, that didn't work out so well. I did it. Try this again. Started. Make sure we got the front of the truck here. We'll slide the axle in. I'll put the tires on it after I get the wheels mounted. Well, axle doesn't want to fit in the hole here real well, so I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and just open this up a little bit to maybe start it a little bit better. And that was the ticket right there, so now we know what we need to do with the back. Take my X-Acto knife once again. Open the hole up a little bit. Get started on the axle. I'll do the same thing with the back one, where the other one is mean. Open it up a little bit. We'll slide our axle in through. There's our back axle in place. Now before I go by and put the body back on the truck, I'm going to go ahead and mount the tires. We've got 2 extra axles, which I like because we've got an extra set of wheels and tires here, which means they could show up on another build. If anybody watches my videos, knows what I like to do, you folks know that they're going to show up in another build. You have to work these on a little bit. They'll go on. Work your way around. Get them seated. Let's move on to the back tires. They're a little tough to get on, but they only go on one way, so there they are. Screws back in. Chassis. We got one more screw here to put in. Something doesn't look like it's fitting right here. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. One Foose 1956 Ford F-100 pickup. Oh wait. See, the truck doesn't fit on the lift unless you put the screws back in it. It sits on the lift. It's on there kind of cockeyed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go by and take and grind those off. Grind those little posts off that are there. And get the tools out of the way. Here we go. I don't have my stand, so we're gonna have to. We'll do this here. Let's do it like this. There we go. The M2, 1956 Ford F-100, Foose Overlord. Go look at some of the builds that Chip Foose does. You see the truck rocket on here? We're going to cut them posts off and do something about that. This video is about 32 minutes long. Thank you for watching. Please like and share my videos. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me. The link will be in the description down below. Thank you and have a good evening.